Welcome, guys. It's episode 7. Raymond, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. So I guess for this episode, obviously we're going to start with a little bit about you, background, what you do in the real estate market, who you are.
Okay. Real estate agent, broker. Been in the business for 15 years. Started as a solo agent. I did everything you can think of. Like I did partnerships. I've joined a team.
Nice.
4 different offices. I've seen the difference between different offices, small and big.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2016, me and my brother started a real estate team called the House Team.
Cool.
So just me and him, and then more agents came and hired more support staff, and eventually we rebranded and called Haus Real Estate.
Wow.
So now we are a team of 10 agents, including me,
Nice.
and 6 support staff.
Awesome.
So full-time, and as well we have an in-house media division. So total we have about 16 people right now at Haus Real Estate.
Wow, awesome. That's great. So why did you yourself get into the real estate business?
My whole family was always like business owners, entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So my dad owned a Chinese restaurant. We have 5 siblings, and my sisters and brother, they all business owners, e-commerce business, and I guess that's how I got my entrepreneurial spirit. And
Nice.
I knew that I always want to be a business owner.
Okay.
So in university, I was like, okay, I think real estate is a good path, right? It's because in real estate, you are your own business owner,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Right. So that's where I got my license in university, and then that's the reason why I started.
Wow, awesome. And so did you find that, with the entrepreneurial mindset of it, was real estate, when you first got into it, obviously, did you find like right away when you were making your own schedule, your own hours, was that something that was new to you? Was it like a challenge at first?
Not so much, because as I said, I followed my brothers and sisters and dad, and I saw how they did it. So
Okay.
I grew up in a family of entrepreneurs, so I saw how it is. So when I started my business, I started real estate. It was actually, it was go, and it's very clear that I want a solid organization.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's very important, especially in real estate, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And with Haus Real Estate,
Mm-hmm.
have you found in the market now, have you found with your team, has it been a great experience over the past years, like growing with more people joining, or has it been a challenge?
Not so much for us, actually, to be very, very upfront with you, Alex. Growing it, because we're about people first, right?
For sure.
I think we're in this industry, a lot of agents and brokerages and teams are they're all really more about numbers and just recruit.
Yeah.
For us, we're all about the people. So,
Cool.
Honestly, if I had a choice, I think we'll be like a 40 people team right now.
Awesome.
But we didn't want to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, people will come to us and ask to join and stuff, but we're all about the right fit.
Mm-hmm.
Because as long as we're all the same mentality, right?
Yeah.
We're all positive and
Same vision.
and collaborative, I feel that's the way.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have the right people, then it's not it might be like a waste of time and for everybody, right?
For sure.
So no, it wasn't really a challenge when it comes to going. And I actually love the whole branding and the marketing experience of it.
For sure.
And that's why when you have a team, everyone has their roles.
Yeah.
Right? William would do more of the deals,
Okay.
right? And where I do the operations and the marketing.
Cool.
So this way it's kind of like divide and conquer, and we really enjoy what we do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's the foundation of it. You have to enjoy what you do in order to be successful.
I agree.
And obviously that's clearly what you've been doing, so I condemn you for that.
Thank you.
And so Raymond, like you're saying with the media and being creative, and that's your role.
Yeah.
So how much of an influence has that played for you, or how much of a challenge has it been? Because right now everyone is about the media. Like we said earlier, it's all about the content.
Exactly. Media for us is a really big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's actually what we're known for, and when it's pandemic, right?
Yeah.
I finally had a chance to because it was always so busy in real estate, it was always running
For
around.
sure.
But yeah. Finally, when pandemic, I was actually wanting to create a really cool video on how to showcase our properties.
Yeah.
And then when it's pandemic, there's nothing to do. I was in my basement, right? I was in my basement.
Making ideas and
Yeah,
stuff.
I said that enough is enough. Like, I really got to execute this vision I had about the video.
Cool.
And my vision was to have a video to kind of feel like I'm actually showing you the property as a buyer.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of it. And you know, when you're selling houses, it's not just the house.
Yeah.
You know, the average videos or how agents show their listings, their property, is just a walkthrough. And most sometimes they don't even do a walkthrough, right? Mm-hmm. So what I did was I created something called a signature house tour.
Cool.
And I tried different marketing companies and media houses, and they couldn't really execute my vision, right?
Okay.
Because I guess it's very generalized, right? It's hard. They're not real estate agents, right?
Yeah.
They don't specialize
in
real estate. So it's hard for them to create something like a really cool real estate video.
Cool.
And at the same time, entertaining and informative.
For sure.
So that's why I ventured off and I told William, like, we actually did hire our own guys and create our own in-house media team.
For sure.
So the pandemic was a good opportunity for me to do that.
Yeah.
When the market slowed down and everything. Mm-hmm. Eventually it picked back up very fast.
Yeah.
It was interesting. It was a good, it worked in parallel that I created my in-house media team while still doing deals, and every time we have a property, we'll do the signature house tour.
Cool.
So with the in-house media team, now we have 5 people.
Okay.
We have like motion graphic designers, we have editors, we have another graphic designer, we have video guys that do the whole team comes together to execute this signature house tour. And and a lot of people compliments that. Like the videos are awesome.
It's creative, it's informative.
Yeah.
It's a different aspect to it.
Yes.
You know, I think especially in real estate, that's what it's about. You have to be creative, you have to be different than most people.
Yes.
If you want to get out there and show the brand and you know, be informative in a way.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so have you found, like, with that vision of your signature house tours, has that become a way to, you know, attract new customers, attract new clients?
Absolutely. So when we go to listing appointments, a lot of time they actually call us in because of the video. Because they see our YouTube videos and they see how we market. They want the same thing for their house.
Yeah.
So they call us in and that's one way to attract business. At the same time, like you said, marketing is very important in our business. So the maximum exposure creates more exposure for the listing, right? Yeah. Which creates more buyers, more people, more eyes to the property, right? And then that's how we generate more business from buyers and sellers.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so, talking a little bit more about yourself, with the marketing aspect, did you have like a background in marketing before you came into real estate?
No, I don't actually.
So you learned just when you came into real estate?
Yeah, I took a course of marketing in university.
Cool.
But like I never worked in a marketing company, nothing. Just real estate for the last 15 years, right? Wow. And really just self-taught, I guess, like experience, YouTube videos, books, and then trial and error over the years, and that's why I was like, okay, I gotta create my own. It's gotta create my own in-house media team in order to properly execute the vision and as well have really, really good marketing for the team. Yeah.
For sure. And also you learn yourself too.
Yes. Well, that's one of our core values in the team is always learning and improving.
For sure.
So even if we have something like finally we made a really cool video, we always try to critique it and find ways how can we improve it even more. Yeah. Wow. Not just for videos, but even for like in general, like when our team member maybe they just sold a listing, so we obviously high five each other, celebrate, but right away we're like, okay, how can we even do better and improve on this?
For sure. And promote that.
Yes.
That's awesome. At least you're making, you know, the market or your customers in that sense see your team itself rather than just, you know, the regular selling and buying.
Exactly.
It's more than that. You're showing your team, you're showing everybody working together, collaborating. It's a great experience. And then people trust you and go forward with, you know, purchasing something that's really important to them. Yeah, awesome. And so, Raymond, do you think with, you know, a lot of people are saying now in the market that there's so many agents out there, there's an abundance of agents coming in. Do you think that it's hard for people to defer from, you know, media online with different agents always, you know, making videos like yourself? Do you think it's become a challenge because there's so many people doing the same thing, or do you think it's important, like, for yourself to be creative and do a signature house tour? Like, do you find it a challenge between real estate agents to keep up and keep going with it?
You mean, sorry, the question was like the difference between agents right now. The difference between like, trying to create something more unique. Sorry,
let me rephrase. So for yourself, you know, making these signature house tour videos, and other real estate agents, you know, wanting to be in the media itself, do you find that it's hard to like be unique from one another, or do you think it's important to stay on the same track as everyone, or like?
No, actually, I'm a big believer in try to be unique as possible. Be yourself.
For sure.
Yeah, actually, that's one thing that I actually want to improve the industry is that I've been in 15 years. I've seen there's a lot of different characters in this industry, right?
For sure.
And a lot of them is actually should be themselves.
Yes.
But I find it that the industry always try to be like, I gotta drive a nice car.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta look successful and all that stuff.
In order to get clients.
In order to get clients, but reality is that the clients don't care so much that how much you sold or what car you drive. It's actually more about your personality and how relatable are you and what value that you can bring to me.
For sure.
Right? So actually, I'm a big believer in supporting that you should be as unique as possible, be yourself as possible.
Yeah.
And when you're on social media and the way you market, be yourself.
Yeah.
Where in general, the whole industry is marketing themselves as the number one.
Yeah.
Right? I'm number one, guaranteed home sold.
Yeah.
I'm the best agent for you.
Yeah.
Which that's what I see, and that's I find the biggest obstacle in this industry right now is ego.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's one of the biggest reasons why I created Haus Real Estate and how our team operates is that, there's no ego in our team. That's why one of our mantras is called hustle hard, stay humble. Cool. Right? Because we really believe in you gotta be humble in this business, right?
Sure.
Like it's not just about, selling as much as possible and saying you're the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the biggest obstacle is like ego and it's all about collaboration.
For sure. So
a lot of ego is not good.
No.
Right? And that prevents us from collaborating and really supporting one another.
Yeah.
And I kind of mentioned this before, is that, it's an abundance. It's abundance mindset. Where I get it, a lot of agents or a lot of other business owners, like they have a scarce mindset, right? It's trying to, try to offer themselves or sell. It's more about when you collaborate, everybody wins. Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a win-win situation in that sense.
Yeah, so that's the culture that we have at Haus Real Estate. And that worked very well for us at Haus.
Awesome.
And all of our agents, we have positive energy. Everyone is supporting one another.
For sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so to go more into the sense of, like we were saying with the abundance side of it, what is your main, the number one thing if you look back when you first started in real estate that you would tell your younger self or tell somebody coming into the market to focus on right away when they first get into this industry?
So my advice if you're new to the industry is definitely try your best to get a mentor or be part of a team.
Okay.
Yeah, because by being in that environment and watching someone and shadowing them, it's 10 times better than you trying to learn yourself. Right? 10 times better.
Yeah.
When I started 15 years ago, there was no such thing as teams.
Okay.
Right? There's no such thing as teams. I was a solo agent, and I had to figure a lot of stuff myself. And my first year, I didn't even do one deal.
Wow.
My second year, I did like 2 rental deals.
Wow.
Right? So a lot of stuff I had to figure out myself. Whereas if you're a new agent, my best advice is definitely find a mentor or be part of a strong team.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's a great advice. And so, like, going off the mentor, did you have somebody, maybe not in real estate, but someone that you kind of took their feedback or their experience from and put into your company, into your real estate right now?
Officially, I didn't have a mentor. Officially.
Okay.
I'm always about meeting different people, going to different seminars, right? And trying to learn as much as possible from different people. Read a lot of books. I'm a big believer in books.
For sure,
right?
knowledge.
Yeah, knowledge is key.
Yeah.
No, so I didn't have a mentor. So
wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people, like myself, you might look at someone, and I think sometimes a mentorship can be a little bit mischieving in the sense of like an idol. Someone that,
Yes.
like you look at their way, how they went about it, and then you kind of you try to be too much about them and not enough of yourself.
Yeah, and that's why Haus Real Estate, what I mean about our culture, why we call ourselves community.
Yeah.
It's more of a community, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where I think there's a misconception with team because everyone's a team nowadays.
Yeah.
Right? And it's nothing wrong with that. There's some, you
some great teams.
You killed it after your first year or two, you're second year in the business, you hire an assistant, you get your buddy to get his license, and now you're a team. Right? Which is nothing wrong with that. There's small teams, there's big teams.
Yeah.
But there's a big misconception on how they work, right? You're being husband and wife team. That's still a team.
Yeah.
So for us though, we're actually not really a team. We're more of a community.
Cool.
You know what I mean? Like every agent is actually their own business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where as a team, like the Toronto Raptors,
Yeah.
everyone is, you know, their center, their shooting guard, their point guard.
They have different positions.
Different positions.
Yeah.
But the goal is to win together, is to win the championship.
Yeah.
There's one goal really, right?
Yeah.
Whereas why we call ourselves a community is that we are each agent, even though they're under house.
Yeah.
It's not helping me to win the championship.
Yeah.
I want everybody to win the championship, right? Everybody
well.
is their own business.
Yeah.
So we're not really more of a team because you're a self-entity, like your own business,
Yeah.
leveraging the house platform, right? So I consider myself more like, you know, we live on the same street, or we all operate business in the same street.
Yeah.
And that street just happens to be Haus Real Estate,
For sure.
right? Just like if you have a community in a village or or anywhere, doesn't matter if it's
area.
online or really locally.
Yeah.
It's just we all have different businesses, but we're all collaborating and supporting one another.
For sure.
Yeah.
Just like this. You know?
Exactly.
I think podcast is definitely a new way, maybe not just in real estate, but anywhere, for people to collaborate, share content.
That's why I love being here. That's why thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And so, do you think with the marketing aspect of it, to go back to that, with real estate, do you think that the marketing is becoming more and more influential, like more and more important for the market, or is it just something like more as a job?
If you talking about real estate industry specifically, like marketing is one of the biggest, like one of the pillars of your business.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't have a good marketing plan, or if you have, even if you're not good at marketing yourself, and you haven't decided to invest or decide to hire somebody for marketing, like you're in big trouble.
For sure.
Yeah, real estate, like one of the main pillars is marketing.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why, for us, I recognize that, and I have to create my own in-house marketing in order to achieve the best possible marketing and also maximum exposure for my clients and my clients' property. I think in-house media is the way to go, and I do see that more and more. In-house is the way to go. I definitely support other agents doing in-house.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not being biased and saying
no. Yeah.
But I see that happening too.
Okay.
More and more now with this day and age of social media and online.
Yeah.
The traditional marketing doesn't work
anymore.
I can't say it's totally ruled out.
For sure.
It does work, but it's slowly not working as much
as
before. Right now, it's more about social media. Going live,
engagement,
right? Video content. How can you be even more creative when marketing your clients' properties?
Yeah.
Not just bus signs and flyers.
Yeah.
But it's very stagnant, right? Whereas, right now what we're doing, podcasts, video marketing, house tours, I think more and more that's the way to go. And that's why I see more real estate teams or top producers having their own in-house marketing team. Yeah.
Cool. And so run me through, I know you gave me a little bit of some story with the team you have in position with the in-house media. Run me through like a basic in-house tour. What is needed to go through from start to finish, recording, editing? What's the whole process like?
Okay, so it starts with, let's just say you're my client, you decide to hire us, you have a house to sell.
Yeah.
Right away, the first thing we do is after we got your contract signed, we go back and start brainstorming.
Okay.
Because every house is different. We don't have a standard template per se.
Yeah.
Marketing plan per property. Because every scenario is different and every property is different. So we gotta sit down with my in-house media team and we start brainstorming. Doesn't matter if it's Zoom call or not, and we create something like a plan for that.
Okay.
For that house.
Cool.
And start creating scripts, and I have one dedicated script writer and researcher, right? Because the point is to explain and talk as much as possible of that property. So it's not just about selling the house, it's about talking about the location, the school zone, the shops and amenities, the transit. So that all needs to be researched, right?
For sure.
I obviously add my input of whatever knowledge I have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what happens is we send it to the videographer.
Okay.
He looks at it before he films.
Cool.
And then we do the walkthrough, we do the filming, right?
Awesome.
The filming will probably take like 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on the size of the property.
For sure.
Obviously, we fly the drone and all that.
Nice.
Do our social media content, and then they go back and they cook it up in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
They need about a few days to edit it.
Uh-huh.
And then that's it. Post-production, we're going to post it up on social media and as well YouTube.
Yeah.
And then put the house on the market.
Mhm.
And then that's how we can achieve maximum exposure.
For sure.
And not like, we also do the traditional marketing, the
Yeah,
flyers and all
of
that,
course.
and invite people to open house.
Of course.
But it's the online is where you get the most views and engagement.
Yeah, you're adding that additional aspect.
Yeah, on top of the followers and database we have now. So we blast it to all of our database, YouTube, and it's not just organic reaches, which is powerful, is that we invest in that, in your listing, we invest in your property
For
by
sure.
boosting sponsored ads, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have the YouTube video, we have the
Okay.
social media content, but furthermore,
Mhm.
because what I mean, we truly believe in maximum exposure, what we're gonna put where the money where our mouth is that
Yeah.
we even invest in that
Into
video
it.
and boost it.
Yeah, you're advertising it.
Yeah, and we show those stats,
Mhm.
right? We show those everything to our clients.
Yeah.
We show how many views it got, how many comments, how much engagement, how much reach.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then that's how you know that we're truly doing powerful marketing in order to do the best job for you.
For sure.
Yeah, and a lot of times, what that means to you as a seller
Yeah.
is that more inquiries, more
For sure.
buyers,
Yeah.
more people walking through your door,
Yeah.
viewing the property, which in turn means more offers. More offers equals more money in the pocket.
Yeah. More success.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great system.
So that's our signature house tour.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And so with Signature House Tour and going into the future now,
Mhm.
would you say, Raymond, you have, would like expansion wise, is there anything in mind looking forward into the future with it?
Yeah, like I said before, we're always finding ways to improve,
Okay.
right? The signature house tour probably took me like a year or so to be like probably like our 30th video.
Okay.
I'm like, finally, guys, this is exactly what I envisioned, right?
Yeah.
And then after that,
Great foundation.
yeah, so we have the foundation, and then we're always looking to find ways to even be more creative in the videos, more entertaining, more funnier, provide more information, provide more value for our clients.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's what the signature house tour there. And with Haus Real Estate, what we're focused on is not, like I said, not to be number one, the best, or do the most sales.
Yeah.
Right? We're about the people, people first. So we're more about building a strong community.
For sure.
Right? That's what we care about the most, is to attract people, like-minded individuals that really wants to work and collaborate with us.
Yeah.
And just feed positive energy
For
each
sure.
other, right?
For sure.
And also not to be the number one, but also just be a leader in the industry.
Yeah.
We want to lead the real estate industry and not react to it.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a great way to say it. And so, kind of going back towards you a little bit more, Raymond, with the engagement we talked to you before off camera, how important is it to you being more collaborative with people in the industry rather than being closed door?
A big believer in collaboration, man. Because that's very important, collaborating. And with nowadays with social media and video content, I feel that just like in the sense almost like influencer marketing, that if you have something, like if I have a listing, I feel it's important is to reach out, or people maybe reach out to me, that hey, it's my listing, but maybe you can shoot a reel in your house. Maybe you can shoot your house tour in another listing in my client's house. Why? Because that's more reach.
Yeah.
So I think that collaboration is key, right? Why just tap into my own database when we work together and collaborate, and you can market to your database.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's about exposure,
Yeah.
right? If you're selling a house, it's really about marketing in a sense too, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, the experience and negotiating deals is very important. That's one of the pillars, but
For sure.
the marketing, I feel like a good listing agent, you have to be a good marketer.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sales at the end of the day.
Yeah, you have to be a good marketer. You got to know how to drive as much traffic into that property. Yeah, because it's almost like when you go out to eat at a good restaurant, right? When you decide which restaurant you want to go. If there's two restaurants side by side, obviously you want to go to the one that's very busy. There's a line out.
It looks nice.
Right? If there's one that's like, oh, no matter how good they say it is, but there's nobody inside, you're not going to go in there.
No.
You want to go to the busy one. So same thing for houses. You want to drive as much traffic as possible, because psychologically, the buyer as well, when they see that the house has a lot of offers, the open house with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Psychologically, the buyer will gonna think that this is a high demand house.
Yeah.
It's a great house.
Yeah.
What it means, I'm gonna pay $12, the highest offer for that house.
For sure.
Right, psychologically. But if they go in and they don't see that many offers and nobody in that open house, they're gonna pay. They're gonna give a low offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna underdo it.
That's why it's important. Yeah, to do as much marketing as possible, to put as much effort and to invest in the marketing.
For
So
sure.
that's what we do at Haus Real Estate for our clients.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. I didn't really even understand. I knew obviously marketing is a big aspect, but I didn't understand the psychological aspect of it. I think I find that really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so, Raymond, going back to giving some more advice. You've obviously been in the business for 15 years plus. You have a lot of establishment experience in it. So when it comes to, once again, younger people or entrepreneurs looking to get into the real estate market as an investment or maybe as an agent, what's the number one thing you would tell them to look at first?
Your question is like where to invest first, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So if you have a choice of if you're holding on some capital, some cash that you want to invest in something, real estate in Toronto, definitely I prefer is pre-construction.
Okay. Cool.
And if you can do a pre-construction townhouse, great. If not, that's how I started. My first investment is pre-construction condo.
Okay.
The reason why I say that is because in a pre-construction condo, as long as you can do 10%, 15%, 20% deposit, it used to be always 20% deposit.
Yeah.
But nowadays, the builders are more flexible.
Yeah.
Especially after the pandemic, they understand that people don't have that much cash
capital. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, they're okay with 15%. So there's a lot of projects out there, a lot of programs. You can just 15% deposit.
Okay.
Right? So for a $500,000 condo, $600,000 condo, used to be like $100K deposit.
For sure.
Now you can probably get one for 70, 80K.
Okay.
And what happens is when you provide a deposit in the beginning,
you
don't officially own the condo yet. You sign a piece of paper, write a contract,
until final
completion, which is usually a lot of builders say it's 4 years, but reality is like 5, 6 years. That's fine.
For sure.
Because the longer
it
takes to complete, the more your money's appreciating.
Yeah.
And what's great about pre-construction is, let's just say you buy a 1-bedroom downtown, is that in 5 years, it's going to be completed, and your initial investment, 50, 60K, has grown. Without having to finance it every month. Instead, so if you were to compare pre-construction and resale, if you were to buy the exact same location, let's just say you're going to buy a project in downtown. I don't know, Young and done that, so just give an example. If you had a choice to buy pre-construction there or existing resale for a similar price, the difference is that you still probably have to provide the same amount of down payment deposit, 15-20%, but you would need to finance it right away. You would need to get a mortgage right away. You need to pay obviously the mortgage payments and property tax, right, the maintenance fee. So that's the difference. Whereas if you're just starting out and you're for the younger generation, I think just simply by putting 15-20% down, and not having to finance it, and then 5 years later you have a brand spanking new, the newest condo, right? No one ever been lived in. Everybody prefer to drive a brand new car rather than a used car,
for sure,
right? With the nicest amenities, right? And nowadays amenities are gorgeous in the projects, right?
Upscaling like crazy.
It's like a 5-star hotel, right? Yeah. You have the infinity pools. You got like co-working space. You got like
next level gyms now.
Exactly. So I understand, the units are getting smaller and smaller.
For sure.
But again, it's that Manhattan effect. You want the city to go bigger, right?
For sure.
So as it grows bigger, there's more development, space gets smaller, like New York City, like Tokyo, like London, Dubai. So
that's just the way the market is.
I think that's the most solid investment. If you ask me.
Cool. I always was a believer in pre-construction, so that's awesome.
Exactly.
Cool. And so with Haus Real Estate, have you guys been looking to expand with outside of the area here?
So we're mostly focused. Like our team focus on GTA.
Cool.
But majority of our business is definitely, I'll say, 905 in North York.
Nice.
Obviously, we're also platinum agents with builders, so we do sell a lot downtown as well.
Okay.
We're looking to expand geographically.
Yeah.
As of right now, no.
Okay.
Yeah, we're more like our bread and butter is in the GTA.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And so, Raymond, one of our main questions we always ask here, it's like the name we talked about, is the lifestyle balance.
That's it.
So,
lifestyle balance.
Yeah. With your lifestyle.
Okay.
Between Haus Real Estate.
Okay.
And between yourself being always on the ball, being creative as a co-owner.
Yeah.
So how would you find the balance between the two?
I think waking up early helps a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very key.
How early are we talking here?
I wake up at 4 a.m.
Wow.
But not every day.
Yeah.
Like about 3 days out of the week, I wake up 4 a.m. when it's gym day. I do like 3 gym sessions per week.
Good for you.
Yeah, I do 4 a.m. and then when it's not gym session for that day, I wake up at 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about waking up early in the morning where it's peace and quiet.
Yeah.
That you really have the best ideas and where you can do the real work.
Okay.
There's something about that, especially the combination of after the gym in the morning.
Yeah.
And then I have that, that golden hour, right? After gym, between like 6 to 7.
Yeah.
Before the kids wake up.
Yeah,
before the real.
Before every rush happens.
Yeah, exactly. Before the phone calls come in and everything.
Yeah.
That's that 1 or 2 hours golden hour is where you get the most work done.
Wow.
And those are the work that moves the needle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Pushes your day.
And you don't actually have to just to work on that hour. It's up
For
to
sure.
you, right?
Yeah.
How you want to do your morning routine. You can use that for meditation, manifest, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But for me, when going back to the theme and the
Yeah.
podcast, lifestyle balance, because I have a family as well and 2 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and a team to lead, like waking up early, it helps a lot.
Okay.
For me, and it became honestly like automatic habitual as well.
For
And
sure.
I hardly ever use the alarm clock.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's all by routine now.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard of the 66 day rule.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Scientifically, like science, they did a research that
Okay.
it takes 66 days for your behavior to become automatic.
Okay.
For something to become
Okay.
habitual. So my body, what's it called, the body clock?
Yeah.
I just wake up at 4 or 5, no matter what. Yeah, no matter what time I sleep.
No alarm, no nothing.
I still set the alarm just in case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just in case, but I pretty much always wake up before my alarm clock.
Wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
Wow.
But yeah, it's cool in the sense that, yeah, it's true. Like, if you want anything to become a habit,
Mm-hmm.
scientifically in 2 months, if you're consistent with it,
Yeah.
that behavior becomes automatic.
For sure.
So yeah, however I use the alarm clock now, and then just wake up in the morning. And that's what I do most of the major work.
Wow.
In the morning. So when it comes to the lifestyle balance, that helps a lot.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning. And as well, I'm a true believer of like, if we specifically saying the real estate industry,
Okay.
there's the word balance is it's a bit iffy there, because I truly believe you want to succeed in real estate.
Yeah.
It's eat, sleep, real estate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Doesn't stop at 9. Doesn't stop at
we
5.
mentioned before, a business owner, the beauty of it, a lot of people decide to join to become a real estate agent.
Yeah.
Is the time freedom.
For sure.
But there's a saying, when I first started real estate, one of my managers told me that the beauty of becoming a real estate agent, the beauty of a real estate agent is that you have your own calendar.
Yeah.
But the worst thing about being a real estate agent is that you have your own calendar. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't have the discipline,
Yeah, you have to be.
exactly. And you really gotta eat, sleep, breathe real estate. You really gotta be passionate about it.
Yeah.
Because people can sense that, and at the end of the day, you revolve around the client schedule.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You revolve around the client
Sometimes.
schedule, because you never know when the offers comes in, and like, let's just say you list the house, and then an offer's coming in at 9 p.m. You're not gonna tell the offer, whoa, can't service that offer now. You're not gonna tell your
You're gonna
client.
call me tomorrow.
Yeah, you're not gonna tell your client, hey, we're not gonna deal with this offer right now. It's past my working hours. Like, that doesn't work that way,
Yeah,
right?
no.
So I truly believe in real estate. Yeah, it's hard to balance that. But what I can say is, my advice is definitely take time off
Okay.
every few weeks or a month or so.
Yeah.
Like, go do the massage, go do your vacations, right?
Yeah. Find that peace.
Find time. Yeah. For me, it's working out 3 days a week as well.
That's your outlet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely find time for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen it enough times that agents or people get burnt out.
Mhm.
Not so much on our team, because we truly believe, like, hustle hard and stay humble. Like,
Yeah.
we work, but at the same time, you have to find time for yourself, because it's very easy to get burnt out
It
in
is.
this industry. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's very fast paced too.
Exactly.
You have to, take your time with it.
Exactly. And for me, like every beginning of the year, I always book stuff ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you schedule it.
I schedule it in like 1 year in advance.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun too, right? It's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Like I schedule stuff. I look at every holiday.
Okay.
And I book it in and plan stuff. We're gonna allocate time for the family, or maybe we start booking like chalets for Christmas or whatever vacations and stuff. Yeah. And there's something to look forward to.
For sure.
And me and my wife try to do the quarterly vacations.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you book it in, not just put it in a calendar, but actually book it.
Yeah.
Book the flight and everything. You're
going.
Going. I truly believe like life is about being busy and always planning.
Or else what are you doing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Right? And when you do that, there's something powerful about putting planning and penning it down. Penning it down that,
big believer in that.
I'm going to do the 4 vacations per year, or maybe 1 vacation per year. That big vacation that you always want to do. Doesn't matter if it's that Asia vacation or Europe vacation at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Then you have a goal and you have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And then also like smaller goals, right? Like micro goals, right? Like I want to do that massage at the end of the week or whatever. Yeah, just treat yourself. So that's my advice for real estate.
For sure.
For that balance.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's hard to balance like daily in
Yeah.
a sense, because we truly do eat, sleep, breathe real estate.
Yeah.
That's how you succeed, and you revolve around the client schedule. But make sure you plan ahead and set.
Yeah, in the long run.
In the long run.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so, Raymond, you're going off your schedule, your schedule is your freedom, it's also your schedule. But
Exactly.
is it more the sense of, the organization aspect of it that keeps you eat, sleep, and breathe real estate, like that balance that keeps it going in a healthy way? Is it about the organization, especially in real estate, or would you say that's something in any industry?
Like the same that I just said about the best and worst part about real estate is the calendar.
Yeah.
So that's why you do have to be extremely organized and not be in the business, but really be on the business. Right? Because if you're always in the business, you're always running around.
Yeah.
Right? And you're always like being reactive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Clients are coming. Clients wants to see a house all of a sudden. Offers coming in, and it gets very crazy.
Yeah.
If you don't have a plan and organization. That's why being on the business. If you have a proper plan, every year end to plan for the next year. And,
look ahead.
Right?
Yeah.
And writing it down and have a very clear plan. And definitely leveraging and collaboration helps a lot.
For sure.
That's another thing as well, right?
For sure.
Yeah. That's why more and more agents are collaborating and there's more teams now. Because you can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
It's very tough.
Yeah.
It's very tough. In order to provide the best possible customer service for all of your clients, it's very hard to do it with yourself. It truly is. So the best part, what I recommend is, find a team, partner, and collaborate.
Awesome. Thank you, Raymond.
Hey, no problem.
And I guess just to quickly wrap it up, we always say that, coming a year ahead in advance, it's, like you said, looking forward, planning ahead in the long run.
Yeah.
So I think even with us, looking towards the next year, we'd love to have you on again and do another year check-up. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for coming, Raymond.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Anytime.
Awesome.
Okay.